makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus.
Moments later.
I said this is the perfect hairstyle to do this video.
I got all mine.
I look like a fucking Hitler Youth right now because I just got out of the shower. That's crazy. I'm not.
Like, I have
I
one.
may or may not shit on a certain ethnic group today, though. But that has nothing to do with my haircut.
Fucking.
I'm just playing. What's
old
up?
ass Aryan, like, sitting here today.
I'm Swedish and partially Polish, apparently.
Oh, I'm full fucking blooded Irish, you know.
Oh, yeah. Your fucking name is fucking Irish as shit.
Yeah, it's been changed 2 times since they came over here. But
yeah, because they kept forgetting how to spell it.
pretty much, yeah.
It has fucking 18 vowels in it. Fuck.
So, to start off on a light note,
But yeah, what's up, man? I just
don't-
wanted to do the coldest open possible in today's climate.
I know, because I did glance up here and I seen the ghost sitting there. Did you see the collaboration that they are doing this summer?
Yeah, I did, but I also, the caveat on that, have you seen the lawsuit that they're catching?
No. For what?
For Red War.
For what?
Red War.
Red War.
Apparently it's something that was promised that was never delivered, and then
For Destiny 2? Was it a part of the whole... Dude, I own everything for that, but except for the
Ignore
past 2
this.
expansions. Like,
fucking, let me look it up. Entertain them.
I mean, and
All
I
20 of them.
I can die happy in that sense and never play it again because I got my 2 favorite weapons on Earth 3. Wait, 4. All hand cannons.
Yes.
So, Last Word, Hawk Moon, Thorn, and Ace of Spades.
All right. Court has denied Bungie's motion to dismiss the Destiny 2 Red War lawsuit, rejecting the YouTube videos and fan wikis Bungie submitted as proof, calling them third-party origination with authenticity not established.
Wow, they're really trying to pull the shit of, oh, that wasn't us, it was somebody else?
Yes. And then, because it was a thing they promised, so they allegedly had it.
I'm going to go off on a limb and say the Red War has to do with an expansion that was probably on Mars.
Yeah,
I'm going to go off on a limb and say that. I don't know if I'm right.
The Red Legion is a formidable enemy with inner turmoil, shown when Dominus Gal kills his friend over a disagreement. The following images, reproduced from Destiny 2, reflect that this subject matter was clearly copied from someone else's work. Bungie had to unvault and add the Red War campaign back into the live game. So apparently it used to be in the game.
Well, when was the last time that you actually played Destiny 2?
Fucking when I lived in Georgia.
So you seen after
Fucking
they
years.
did what? Year 2 expansion. I think it was year 2 expansion where they took out all the original store missions. And
Yeah.
They removed all. You watch cutscenes.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember.
And
And everyone was mad about it.
they had every right to be mad about it.
Yeah, so
And-
that's what this lawsuit is about. And here's the thing: is they deleted all that content. It's not like in a vault somewhere; it's deleted.
And then they wonder why players didn't want to get involved with it because of the fact that, what about people new people or people who haven't played in years? I couldn't tell you what the hell was going on in it right now.
Oh, exactly. So that's what's
And-
funny is they might be legally forced to remake the Red War campaign, among other things. If they can get them to remake one campaign, they have to remake the whole game.
I'm telling you right now, Halo Reach was actually the last game Bungie made where they listened to the damn community.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill, and I really will. But
He's happy I'm home.
yeah, but I can tell you now that is, well, I know that the collaboration that they're doing now, they're doing with Star Wars again. I mean, because they already did one.
Yeah, but now they're allegedly adding lightsabers.
They're adding lightsabers. They're adding, like, I mean, the armor sets look really dope. I'm not going to lie. But I want the cycler rifle that the Tusken Raiders use. Yeah. That's the one I want.
The fucking Star Wars AK-47.
Yep, exactly. And I mean, that cycler rifle, which even the weapon they based it off of, like using the prop firearm, was a Springfield trapdoor rifle. And that is still one of the coolest guns ever.
Yeah.
And it hits like a freaking truck when that round smacks something, too. But I mean, it doesn't surprise me if I'm taking more shit now.
Oh,
really
they're terrible company.
Now, I will say right now, I am getting kind of excited because over the next month or so, they're going to debut one or two, possibly two Resident Evil games. And, because they've been doing the remakes of all the originals. And then,
because they're too stupid to make a new game.
Well, that's the thing, though, that they're doing the remakes, and then they did Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8, which were original ideas. And then now they're supposedly making Resident Evil 9 that focuses on Leon and Jill, and it's going to be open world, which is interesting for a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, I did read that somewhere that the new Resident Evil was going to be open world, and I was like, how the fuck are they going to do it?
They could do it. It can be done, but their best bet is to put randomizer mode on the entire game so that each experience that somebody plays is totally different. That way, if you watch something, it's not going to ruin the horror aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But apparently there's going to be Wendigos. Because the last two, Resident Evil 8
they should just
had lichens.
They should just do an SCP Resident Evil.
That's actually kind of a cool idea. I never thought about that.
Like, why wouldn't they be working for the SCP Foundation, actually?
That would actually be a really cool tie-in. I might post that on the Capcom forum just to see what I can get.
But yeah, the Capcom forum, like it's still 2007.
Hey,
no, they're super active. I know. I just pulled up a Reddit to talk about this, and that's a gay forum. So. But yeah, ignore that. We don't have to talk about that.
So, personal things. New Shed will be here on the 28th.
Yeah, and then we gotta play Demolition Man.
Yeah, I was thinking the 24th. Is what I was thinking, which is on a Saturday.
Yeah, probably. It's a Saturday.
Basically, what I'll need your help to do is we'll tear it down and then we'll take everything and put it in the trailer, in the carport. That way, Monday morning, I can stay over there and just take it right up there. You know what I mean? Right up to the recycling place. But, yeah, they called earlier today, scheduled a day to be able to drop it off. So,
sick.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's been a little bit of a wild week, some of the stuff that you showed me.
Well, India and Pakistan are still kind of at war. There's a ceasefire, but there's not a ceasefire.
I'm waiting for the day that I wake up and says, a nuke has been detonated in India.
If a nuke goes off at all, we'll probably all be woken up by our phones.
Probably. But
which would be fucking
I'm anticipating
stupid, because I'm not going to believe it, because they've had so many false flags in recent history.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, I'm anticipating it.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I'm not. I don't. I mean, so here's the thing, right? So the Shino or Sino, however you want to say, the Chinese-Indian border has been disputed for a very long time, and they fight on that border so often that they actually have to sign an armistice agreement. I think it was the UK that stepped in with us back in, being like, "You guys aren't allowed to use weapons. Like, fuck off." So now it's like full dudes in full modern combat gear with like spears and shields, like beating the shit out of each other, and it's just Indians and Chinese.
You couldn't make that shit up if you tried.
I mean, I'm gonna try to find the video of it. It's so crazy.
Yeah, you could make that shit up if you tried. Otis? Are you the star, Otis? I mean, you are the official mascot.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There it goes. They jump off of that fucking tree and land on me sometimes. It's actually brutal. Pull this up on here. Boop. Boop. Oh, Jesus. Make smaller. Alright. Let's see. I'm just gonna skip to these dudes beating each other with sticks. That's all I want. Yes, dude.
That is fucking wild, dude.
Yes. They can probably hear it, but... Oh, it should be.
This is proof right here with the agreement to place ban ban arms. This is proof that humans will fight with anything that they can.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look at this.
That war is in our nature.
Yeah,
you ban guns, so you pick up sticks and stones.
They're fighting over a cliff. Look at this. Who the fuck cares? Why? Why do the Indians want this? So they can shit in more rivers? Is it sacred to them?
No,
I gotta pick on somebody that's not being picked on by Kanye West right now. So unfortunately, it is the Indians.
That whole situation could call for an entire video.
Why is it so catchy?
It's not even just that, dude. It's the fact that...
Why is it so viral? I mean, I know.
Look, here's the thing.
Because it's fucking funny.
Here's the thing. We obviously know that the dude is nuts. We know that.
Maybe.
Oh, he's nuts. Hands down. He is. He's fucking crazy. We know this. I'm not saying that he's not intelligent.
Maybe he just found the one way to make money that his producers can't make money off of.
I'm not saying that he's not intelligent, because he is. He's very, very fucking intelligent. But he's fucking crazy.
Oh, of course he is.
And 110%.
You think a normal brain could make graduation? I'm going to advocate for Kanye for a minute.
Because
as a white man, in today's climate, I'm going to help out a clearly struggling black man.
Because, look, man,
by lending my voice.
Financially, that motherfucker ain't even struggling at all.
No!
So, okay, we went to one thing. All right, look. I watched the video before the music video come out.
Him in the booth?
Well, no, not that. It was like a news report of like a property that he owns. And there was like a wall, and people were like, oh, we're hearing like constant things over here, like it's a rally each night and everything. And then that music video drops. And did you see the paper that he put out for the requirements of people they were looking for?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's fun. It's funny.
Sure
like, So I'm. Jamie, pull that up. Oh, okay. Anyways, I want you to pull the list up, and I want you to put it on the screen.
What's it called?
So let me run it real quick just to make sure.
Let me just Kanye actor ad.
Because
no.
it literally, I just seen it a couple days ago, and it was a flyer that he had put out, and I don't know if it was looking for like people to be a part of like the music video or his group or whatever it may be. And
Google doesn't even give me the option to look for the song. Crazy. Here we go.
Because it says shit on there like no fat people, and it's a bunch of stuff, dude. Like,
that's so funny.
Oh, come on. Man, they are really taking all of this off of Google. That is insane.
I told you. Hang on. I want to see his hateful flyers. This is pretty crazy. Damn. This is
right here.
LA 5. Ooh, LA's going crazy right now.
Okay. Pull up Google.
Oh, that was back in 2022.
This was funny. Just a couple days ago.
What's it called?
Just type in Kanye West doubles down on hateful views with insane casting call.
Oh God, I'm a retard. Doubles.
And I feel like we really need to like.
What's it called?
Doubles down on hateful views with insane casting call. Yeah, I'm sure if you just do that, it'll pop
Let's do it.
Now hit images.
Images?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so that one right there. Yep.
Oh, the Yahoo one?
Yes. And
no women or fat people. Hell yeah. I support that.
now I don't know exactly what it was for, but I did.
Okay.
I ran across it a couple days ago.
He's doubling down on his hateful and anti-Semitic views after he shared an open casting call with insane parameters. The Yeezy founder posted via X he's putting together a Hooligan choir.
Bro, talk about the copyright. Come on,
Call
man.
out. Shout out Kanye. Hell yeah. To cover his 2024 Vultures album track Carnival.
Go look at the list.
Pretty crazy.
Right there.
The Hooligans. Open casting call for volunteers. Ye is putting together a Hooligan choir to give the sound of the Vultures' #1 song, Carnival. All males. No fat people, all caps. That's what I'm talking about. Skin complexion of Sean Combs and darker. Hell yeah.
That's hilarious, man.
Sean
I didn't
Combs.
see that.
With shaved heads or must be willing to shave head if approved. Must be comfortable wearing swastikas. That's what I'm talking about. He got like 30 people.
I know.
We are accepting members from all over the globe, but the base will be in Los Angeles. That's crazy.
Yeah, I ran across that the other day, and I was like, and then I see like interviews of him, like, doing an interview with another black dude, and like he's wearing like a KKK outfit that's all blacked out.
Yeah, I watched that whole interview.
And then like throughout the whole thing, he did a rant on one video, and he's like, "I'm gay, man," and like, it was. So I'm toning it down on that. I'm like paraphrasing,
so you're talking about the one where he's like walking around his hotel room in Japan?
I think so.
And he's like, I can say whatever I want. I'm gay, I can say faggot. If he was like, N-words think I'm gay, I can say faggot now, I can say anything I want. I'm a Nazi. I can say anything. I'm a Nazi. I can say the N-word.
So,
he's going off talking about like how free he is to say whatever he wants because he's opened up about all these things.
That actually follows into the point that I was going to make of, yeah, like I said, he's crazy, but obviously, like the new HH song, he clearly did that to prove a point.
Yeah.
And that point was made abundantly fucking clear.
Yeah.
And
he can do whatever the fuck
it's
he
not
wants.
even just that. It's the fact that, like, he was trying to prove, it seemed like he was trying to prove a point about censorship.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And look, it is banned off of
every major streaming platform. I see
everything.
I see it on Instagram constantly.
Yeah, I do too.
Because they keep
YouTube
uploading
as well.
it. YouTube, they keep uploading it. People, dude, it's a worldwide banger. People around the globe are thumping his song and hiling Hitler.
I watched the one with Joe Rogan.
I'll never say the N-word.
And
I might heil Hitler.
Never say the N-word. Well, I got my pass a while back. So not like
we're on YouTube. Shut up.
Yeah. I didn't say I was
going
to say it.
I don't
I'm just
give a
saying,
shit.
like, I got my pass from quite a few people a while back.
Yeah, no.
But I always told them, I was like, I just don't want to get comfortable.
I've told that story on here on an older episode about how I got the pass in the Army. And my black sergeant was like, "What did you say?"
Well, remember DeMarcus?
Yeah, of course I remember DeMarcus.
I don't know whatever happened to him.
I mean, hopefully he's openly gay.
And I mean,
no, I love that little black man.
Yeah, I mean,
he was funny as shit.
He was a good dude, though.
Yeah,
and yeah, man, I just like he tried to prove a point with this, and clearly he proved everybody right.
I mean, yeah.
Obviously,
he's making a huge political or personal statement with the song. I just love the reaction to it because...
Did you watch the episode of Joe Rogan where they were talking about it?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's funnier than shit, dude.
I'm surprised it came out so quick, but I guess...
They had it up within the first 6 hours of him dropping that video.
Perfect.
And, like...
I'll watch it at some point, but I can only watch Rogan so much.
I know, same here. I don't really...
Because he just has so many cards on there.
Yeah.
Like that. Well, that's a tard I can laugh at, but like he has like all these fucking people that are just like grifters and shit. They're just like, this is some health product I'm doing, and Rogan's always like, yeah, alternative health is the best, man.
Yeah,
well, at the same time, he has like a full doctor on standby at all times in case his fucking heart goes a little weird, and he can say, put me on fucking steroids.
But he's like, I'm like you. I can only tolerate him so much.
Yeah, like I listen to a whole podcast that he's doing if it's something like a subject I care about or I'm interested by, or if it's a person that I'm interested by.
It's like Andrew Tate. I can only deal with him so much. Like I can only listen to him talk only for a short period.
Well, yeah, I'm convinced that Andrew Tate is some form of intelligence.
Like he openly, I seen a video on Instagram the other day where he was talking to his brother, I think who was on the podcast or the.
You're talking about where he says, "I call your kids."
Yeah, like drop a hard R like a couple times.
Well, yeah,
but
which is this is what he does. He generates clicks. Like, I mean,
of course.
That's how you make money on this. This is why we don't get above 50 views right now. It's because we're not doing anything crazy and trendy. I'm not saying the hard R about people's kids. Maybe I should start.
Dude, that one video that you tagged me in on there of that guy down here.
The pedophile.
I was like, that dude needs his ass beat the fuck down.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I hope we see
the pedophile, the non-contact pedophile in Dayton. Yeah. He's in Dayton.
Oh man, he's got a walking bullseye on him.
I know.
Like,
somebody else replied. Somebody that lives in Inglewood replied to me and said it's open season on pedos, right? And I was just like, yep.
Oh wait, on the one you tagged me?
Yeah.
Oh,
because when I tagged you, I was just like, this guy's in Dayton. And then someone that I know responded to me on there was like, it's open season on them, right? And I was just like, hey buddy, go ahead.
Yep.
That's all you, because he's like a 19-year-old kid that I just met at work.
But you know what though, those younger like kids like that though, they're the types that'll go out and they'll find them and beat the ever living shit out of them and not even think twice.
Yeah, well,
like,
I mean, that dude is gonna get hit by a fucking pedo hunter, like at his job.
I seen one the other day.
I'd like to see like an auditor get him, like a First Amendment auditor.
Oh yeah. Well, I seen Shane Gillis on his podcast talking about. He's like, he was talking to another dude on there. He's like, have you seen that guy that they found and they keep finding him every time they say the cops are coming? He's like, no, and he's like, he looks like the grunt from Halo, like running around like this. It's funnier than shit, though.
Yeah, I know. So I know I've seen that video. I also love how you're just like talking about the biggest podcast on our podcast.
Well, no, I mean, it's like referencing.
That's so funny. Because I'm about to do it right now to make a joke.
Look,
because I listen to
Shane
a podcast
Gillis has already got
but
publicity from us because he tried to fuck your mom already.
Yeah, which has gotten no traction because YouTube took it down.
Yeah,
it's back up, but YouTube took it down. It's gotten no traction because of that, which is very funny. I mean, but it is what happened. And I did DM him, and I'm sure billions of retards DM him every day. But I was just like, you tried to cuck my mom's boyfriend. It was very funny. Thank you.
I wish he would give you a reply.
I mean, if you would start pulling some goddamn weight. No, I'm kidding. Maybe we'll get there one day. Speaking of which, when the fuck are you moving in?
I was aiming for the beginning of next week if possible.
Like, just move in this weekend.
Okay.
Just fucking.
I was trying to wait till you had your card.
I don't give a fuck.
But
just
yeah.
Hopefully it'll be done this weekend.
Yeah, well, I know that was my main thing. Was like I was waiting until the car was coming.
Yeah, I mean, also at the same time, I'll get you a mountain bike because you're gonna go work at the dealership that's 2 minutes away. You fucking.
So, but
how are those going, by the way?
They're good. I got I'm waiting on my background check to get back over here. Dayton app and Walmart. Which Walmart takes about, even though they get it back in like a day or so, it still takes them like a week.
Well, yeah, because there's a fat lady at a desk.
Which I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
some of them are very nice. No hate to fat HR ladies behind the desk.
It's $18.50 an hour starting for a brand new tech at Walmart, and then I already have a 6.5-year Walmart credit with it too, and you can max out at 25.
Okay.
So mine's like around 20. I think it's like 21.20 or something.
I mean, take what you can get,
but it's nice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if the option's there, then take it.
Obviously.
But, we've also discussed it, that this is a totally different kind of area. And
I haven't even
that
seen,
shop is totally different.
I haven't even seen the automotive shop here. I assume it's I assume it's Pitts.
Yes, it is Pitts. Yeah.
So they probably have like a fucking spider lift.
It's actually, they got 2 spider lifts in there, and then I think they got 2 belly lifts, and then 2 Pitts. So it's set up like how Huber was. Yeah. It's actually set up just like that.
Yeah, I do not like the actual automotive section, like, for shopping.
No, it's very small.
It's small as fuck.
Yeah. And, but like I said, that's a whole, it's different than working over there in Dayton.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
the
people,
the caliber of people out here are different than
they seem a lot more chill as well, so
yeah,
it's not as stressful.
Yeah,
but,
no. I mean, the Walmart there is. I mean, they got a bunch of special eds working the front, so it's like they got to be kind of chill.
But yeah, I mean, if I can get that, get my Walmart credit on it to get a pay bump,
Yeah,
like, hell, even doing the $18.50 an hour, even if it was just that,
yeah,
that's still damn good though.
It's good right now, especially since you have your phone bill.
Yeah.
Fucking gas, and that's it. And cigarettes, you fucking chimney.
I do. But, yeah, I mean, so I'm waiting for them to pretty much get back with me and do the next step and go from there.
Yeah, sick.
So,
That's why I know I'm not worried about it.
I know, but I don't want you guys to have to worry either, And
no. If push comes to shove, I'll just drop you off somewhere and be like, "Go find a job. Go on," and shoo you away like a chicken.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
Go on,
you're an
adult. Fly.
This past I'd say I'm gonna say 2 weeks has been really hard on me.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, also, it's because you're stuck in a fucking. It's almost like being drawn and quartered by your family.
The whole thing is I've been having problems because I've been telling people no.
Yeah.
I've been no, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not, going here. I've been telling them no for everything.
Right.
And the only one I've been only 2 people that I've been okay, yeah, I'll do this, or yeah, I'll help, is, wait, what?
I said I've been out of frame this whole time, probably. I have not looked at the camera.
Dad.
We're still recording.
Dad and Grandpa. That's the only 2 people. Because, and even with that,
you live with your dad, and Grandpa's old as fuck.
Well, Dad has actually, and I stand by this, I think in probably a month and a half, he has pissed me off one time. And that is a huge, huge change compared to what he did,
Yeah.
But he has been really cool and supportive about it, but obviously, like you said, Grandpa's 86 years old, so he needs all the help that he can get. But he paid me. But I've been telling everybody else no, and it's been causing fight after fight after fight. And, I'll give you a prime example. I went over and
it's because a quarter of them are druggies.
Yeah, well, I told, Mom's dad, he wanted me to come over and do all that work and not basically pay me shit for it.
Yeah.
And then, turn around and was like, well...
he doesn't have, a small yard.
Well, then on top of that, they want me to stay there for a week. And I was like, I'm not driving to Greenville. An hour away.
Yeah.
One way. Every day for a week. And you guys only leave me $120 on a 20-year-old vehicle.
And not even, the decency to leave you a car.
Exactly. And, Dad made that point, too. And he was like...
Well, they got fucking 7 cars.
They got the Blazer over there, and he's like, why can't they just leave that here for you? Well, it falls back on another thing of, I've been telling them for months, it needs a new radiator.
Oh, it's fun.
No, it is a pristine fucking vehicle. It's a 20-year-old vehicle as well, but you've seen how clean that thing is. And it's got...
not in a while, but yeah, I know
70,000 miles.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then it needs a new radiator because the radiator started. That's it. And I told him, I told him multiple times, get the radiator, I'll put it in. It'd take me 45 minutes to put it in.
Yeah, radiators are easy.
I mean, there's a shit ton of space. Look at the Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's a 2-door version of the Jimmy.
Yeah, I know.
But it's
the same chassis.
Exactly. It would take me 45 minutes. They haven't wanted to do that. Because they keep putting it off.
They keep giving money to somebody else.
Well, not only that, actually, no.
Oh, they haven't been?
No. And they have not. And then They want me, like I said, they want me to stay there for a week. Well, they got pissed off about that. Then they treated Dad like shit the other day because I told them no. Then they kept calling me last night. They're like, well, would you find out about your work and all this? And I said, it doesn't matter because I still said no.
Yeah, I'm not changing my mind because now I officially have like a job. Like, fuck you. That's insane.
There's that, and then there's other things.
Oh yeah, things that can't go on the public.
Not on the public one, no. And I'm trying to do this for myself, and all people have done over the past 2 weeks is just they've caused.
Yeah, you're drawn and quartered.
Well, like I told you, I sent you that text a couple days ago, and I said, why is it that you tell people no, or you try to make the effort to do what you can, and that person should be grateful for it, especially for the amount of like time, effort, and stuff that I have gotten that cost a lot of money, and they're still not happy.
Oh, because it doesn't matter how much you've done in the past. People only think about the right now.
I mean, and no, all that is relevant right now.
Oh, I know it is, but they don't see it that way.
It's terrible.
It's a different it's a different mindset.
Like yesterday, I was,
They don't view time the same way you do. Time is not as valuable. Your time is not valuable to them.
I took a day out yesterday to try to give myself a break.
Yeah.
And, I told you.
Yeah,
and
I know.
for the most part, it was okay. But I had a couple people that were pissed off at me and made it abundantly clear to me that, it's bullshit that I basically wasn't
You're
doing
being
this
selfish.
or that. Yeah.
They're accusing you of being selfish.
More or less.
Which is very funny to accuse you of.
I'm definitely far from it.
Yeah, no. I mean, the only reason you're even saying no is because you've got me as the fucking independent devil on your shoulder being like, fuck that.
Well,
that's gay.
That's
gay shit.
That and the fact that, like, I just finally told people.
You're
like,
fed up, man.
I'm playing.
Yeah, it happened. You're not 16, dog. And you can't be treated like you're 16. You're fucking older than me, even though we both look like we're 19.
But believe it or not, given everything that has happened, like, over these 2 weeks, I've talked to Dad about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually listened and given me some pretty decent advice. And he told me one day, he's like, I never really stopped to think about it. He's like, but you go through this shit every day. He's like, and I can't imagine what that's like. And
yeah,
I'm like,
because one, he doesn't go anywhere except Walmart. And and two, it's really a foreign idea to me, like having your dad around all the time.
Yeah.
Boo hoo wah wah. But it's strange. It's very strange to me that your dad isn't constantly giving you advice in a non-aggressive form, because he thinks he's giving you advice when he says you're being fucking lazy.
Actually, but he told me the other day, he was like, I really do appreciate all the stuff that you've been doing. And he's like, I just want you to know that.
Good.
I about broke down in tears, dude, because it was like, I don't hear that very often from anybody,
Yeah.
But
it's because, like I said, nobody thinks your time is valuable except you. And the only people that recognize that someone else's time is valuable is someone who knows that their time literally is money.
Like you?
I mean, yeah, obviously. Because you and I have we've pretty much exclusively worked our entire lives, except for when I was in the military, where time wasn't money. Time was non-existent sometimes. But that's separate. That's a separate issue. But like working, especially doing like labor jobs or mechanic work or like welding, like I do now, it's literally your time is fucking money because mechanic work takes a long ass time to do just one tiny little thing sometimes. Well, and that is so much fucking money.
Well, a good example is look at this.
Which is why I don't do freelance mechanic work.
This was the other day, like, with Dad being 94% blind, let's say.
Still driving around.
Yep, still driving around, even though he shouldn't.
With one leg, still driving around.
Yep, still driving around.
80% blind.
He got a new camera. For the car. And
backup camera?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, it's got one.
Yeah.
But the one that's on there is very outdated and like you can't really. It's difficult for me to see shit through it. So I know it's got to be non-existent.
Yeah, it's just shitty. It's probably scratched.
It's not even that. The resolution's terrible. And we found one online and he ordered a new one. And I had to do all that and take off the entire back inside panel. Like, I had to take the entire tailgate panel interior off.
Yeah, that's like $400 at a dealership.
Yeah. But,
easy $400 to a dealership there.
But, you know, he's helped me.
And you did it for the price of some video games.
Yeah, that, and then, he helped me get some stuff.
Yeah, I know. But, like, you did it for not like a lump sum of money.
Well,
which is also something that we do that most people don't. It's like we barter for shit.
Yes. And you know, that's what used to piss Jessica off all the time was the fact that she's like, I'm not used to, you know, you guys use the barter system in your family and you and your brother do that and you and your dad and your grandpa, and I'm like, yeah, because we have trade, that's why.
Yeah, and it's literally in the title.
Yeah. And
we trade work for other things, usually work.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, why pay for it if you don't have to? Like,
yeah, exactly. Why would I pay to have an engine balancer on my crane when I just did a shit ton of work for that guy?
Yeah, well, you know,
he said, it's fine.
Like I told her one day, I was like, do you think the day that this world goes to shit, people are going to worry about money? I said, no, they're going to worry about other people's...
Paper money's not real, man.
Exactly. Like, people are going to be like,
not real,
what services can you provide?
Who the fuck? That's insane. No. Constant.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, that's the first time that he's called me a couple days.
Yeah, it's probably like the 5th time he's called us during the podcast.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's like he seems to like
he wants to be on.
He knows
camera.
Like when we're on here. For
it's like he knows when we're hanging out.
He does.
Because every time we hang out, he fucking tries to call you.
Yeah.
He's like, they're together. That means I can get them to work for me. I need cigarettes and Coke money.
I am cold.
You're good. That C4 in there is yours. Yes. God, he's like a retarded child. You just give him juice, and he's good for hours. It's insane. I really need him to start telling jokes, though. This is supposed to be funny. He brings the autism about video games, but goddamn it, he's just not telling enough jokes. Nothing, don't worry about it. I was just keeping the audience entertained. All 7 of them. Did you just fucking spill that?
No.
You are a toddler.
The recoil.
The recoil. You sitting down on your flat, bony ass.
Yeah, because I sure as hell don't have I have a cutting board ass is what I've always
Hank Hill ass. Yeah. That's what I call it. It's a Hank Hill ass. It's an exclusive, like, European white trait.
Well, I know, yeah.
You either built like a sack of potatoes or you rail thin with no ass.
But, you know, I got to keep my physique.
At some point when you move in, because there's a gym nearby, I just don't know where
we did talk about that before.
You're going to start doing some goddamn calisthenics. Something to fix. We're going to slowly fix your body.
Yeah.
Your natural means. Because you are just... There's like 4 muscle fibers holding your shoulder together.
I did do something the other day So, when it was dry out, I went up to the skate park up in Huber.
You fucking did.
Yeah, I did.
You fucking ate shit, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you were good?
I was actually decent.
You got balance? You weren't wearing those, I assume.
No, I was wearing my Converse.
Okay.
But the
that's also what I was wearing the last time I skateboarded, and I definitely ate shit. But what were you trying? You doing some ollie?
I dropped in on a couple ramps.
There you go. You didn't eat shit?
And no, first time.
Hell yeah.
Did first try.
Hell yeah. Better than me. First time I dropped in on a quarter pipe. It was like a 4-foot one. I ate shit so bad that the Popeyes employee that was watching me through the drive-thru was like, "Hey!" The black 16-year-old saw me eat shit so bad he was like, "Oh fuck, hey bro!"
I know. On top of that, like I did a board slide on the fun box.
Oh
yeah!
Wow.
I mean, I did eat shit a couple times, but not in the sense.
That's the board slide's the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I did a board slide on rail, and not bad for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, you say, considering the last time you did it, you broke your nutsack and your sacrum.
Yeah. And
you were basically that kid that's been going viral recently, where he does like the Tower of Terror stairs, and he just gets his board right in his dick, and then he like grabs his pants, grabs his balls, and then he like pulls it. He's like, "I'm fucking bleeding."
Oh, dude, that was on Scarred.
Yeah, I remember.
But there was one that
it's going viral again recently because someone else found it.
There was one on that.
You basically did that.
I not to that extent, but the worst one that still haunts me to this day that I seen on there is a guy who did a board slide on a rail for I think it was like a nine stair.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They had just put that fucking handrail in, and on the very end there was a burr on it, and like he sliced his sack right down the fucking middle.
I remember.
And both his nuts come out.
Yeah.
And
he eunuched himself for the fucking. That was like early 2000s.
Yeah, that was nuts, man. And that thing still haunts me, like seeing the X-rays of that on that TV show.
Yeah,
like,
are you kidding me? Imagine if your nuts were both going east and west at the same time, and your dick was in the middle, like fucking from like a bell tower.
Well,
it's insane. It's truly free balling.
I had been thinking about skateboarding so bad since you gave my board back to me, and like,
you're using the fucking Chris Cole board. Ooh, that's risky.
Why?
That's risky. That board's got some damage.
No, not really, and it's okay. I was more worried about the trucks and the kingpins and stuff on it.
Really, I'd be more worried about the wood, but I guess it hasn't really. It's been stored away.
Well, that's why I ordered a new set of tensors, and which should be here any day now. And
I got that redwood board, the Bob's Burger tape out there. Mm-hmm. That was what I was skating on last time.
Well, I found a board that I really want, and
yeah, we just need to take you to Zoomies until you can buy your fucking green board.
Well, the board
go build a board.
It's like $40 more than a board that we would go buy up there, but it's that Enjoy board. It's the perfect size. I've always wanted one of those, and I finally found one. And like I told you, I like the window shop, but and I know you do too.
Yeah,
but
it keeps me occupied.
It's still listed on eBay, and
how much was it?
It's $100 with shipping, and it's just the deck, nothing else. And it's a Boy Genius Rodney Mullen Enjoy board, which Rodney Mullen stopped skating with Enjoy back in like 2008, 2009, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a rare board, and plus I've always liked the design of his board. I mean, because I do a lot of the flat ground, or I did do a lot of the flat ground stuff.
Yeah. You were, I rarely got to do anything, skateboard wise outside of like flat ground. I never got to go to a skate park really, except for like maybe once or twice down in Kentucky. And I usually spend those trying to figure out how to drop in since I had never been to a fucking skate park.
Once I get my stuff set up, we're definitely going to have to go to Huber because it's a really nice skate park.
I want to. Like, I'll do it. Like, I when I did it down in Georgia when I was getting out of active duty, I was having the time of my life. And you know what made me go do it again?
What that?
Was the anime I made you watch, Skate to Infinity.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I started that, and then
it'll make you cry.
I've been wanting to go back and watch a new anime, and I think I might actually start watching that tonight.
You need to.
What's it on?
I think it was on Hulu, but it might be on just somewhere online. It's been out long enough.
I have to find it because I don't have Crunchyroll anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely for free somewhere. It's gotta be.
Yeah,
but it was so good.
But I will tell you right now that we need to get into skateboarding. I was in really good shape when I used to skateboard on the regular every day, and I was actually in really good shape.
Yeah, I mean it's good exercise. It's damn near full body most of the time because you're balancing. Yep. That's something that I'm gonna have trouble with the balancing now because I'm just so fucking.
Well, you can. Those Venture trucks I have when I put my tensors on, they might be good for you.
Yeah, I really just need to tighten up my current trucks because I've only, like I said, I've barely skateboarded.
I've got to get some new bearings and wheels. Those things are fucking shot, man.
Dude, you want some shitty ones? I got that Harley Davidson board I bought for $40 at the commissary in Fort Stewart, Georgia.
I forgot to tell you that there was I'm a part of a group on Facebook called Skaters Over 30.
Of course you are.
Yeah. And
who's your fucking mascot, Bam?
Well, might as well be. One of the guys on there, I think like a week ago, he posted the thing that Ollie's Bargain Outlet, the one I used to work at.
Yeah.
They're selling a bunch of different secondhand pro boards there for $20 complete.
Ooh.
With the new style of
there's an Ollie's
tensor
near here, I think.
I know there's one down there where I worked. There's one in Springfield.
Amazing that thing's still open.
Yeah. There's another one in Springfield. I don't know where else.
Okay, we can look it up after this. But so currently our options are essentially Chirac and and Springfield, which is a fucking refugee camp.
Well, I can. Yeah. I mean,
that problem completely disappeared once the election was over, which is pretty convenient. Although I know they shuffled some people out of there.
I know,
just like they did with the Afghanistan refugees after the failed Afghanistan withdrawal.
Like, I'll show you. These are.
He's the star of the show, unless I'm shitting on him. Also, I just keep rolling away from the desk.
Well. They had some Braille skateboards, but this go around, they've had some good ones. They have like blind boards, Enjoy. The tensor trucks that are on the Enjoy boards are cheap as fuck. I cannot stand those. I'll never own a pair of those tensor trucks. After they started making them without the slider pieces, they're garbage.
We can modify to get, we can because what I kind of want to start doing is getting into some type of board, like when we skateboard, board modifications for us because we're old.
I might have to wear a life alert when I go and I've fallen and I can't get up.
I'm going to film it just for legal purposes so no one thinks you're doing insurance fraud. And I'm going to put it on fucking this. I'm going to put that on the Patreon.
We're definitely going to have to put some highlights on there of
me breaking my arm.
Successful stuff and fails.
Oh, yeah.
The fails all end up going
the
viral.
moment I clear a board a millimeter off the ground and then land it, I'm posting that.
I know. I would eventually, when I get my first couple paychecks, I think I'm going to buy me, I found a decent pair of skate shoes that I like. And they're
just classic ones or new
$60. They're, I know you have seen the Globe skate shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love those shoes. They're great. They've got a set out that are really nice, and they're $60 right now. So yeah,
Need new shoes.
because I don't like skating Converse. There's just not enough padding in them.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're skating for me has always been a Vans type of shoe.
Yeah, I typically wore either Audios, Globe, or DC.
DC, I could never get behind DCs. They were so heavy for me.
Yeah, true. I know.
Just big clunky bricks.
Audios were great shoes, man. I wish they'd still make them, but they don't. I mean, the ones I have found, and that there's a bunch of people on my group on there on Facebook. They do post like a bunch of stuff that they're selling, And there was a guy on there. Oh, dude, there was a guy on there a couple weeks ago that had in the box, brand new still, a set of Audio's BAM Partogram B2s in my size, actually. But so they were 11s, and they were in my size.
$800.
Oh, dude, he wanted like $350.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad for autographed shoes.
Well, no, it was his signature shoes, but they weren't autographed.
Not bad for sick kicks.
I mean, which they're dope as fuck looking.
I could pivot to that type of white guy where I become a sneakerhead, but only for like Converse and Vans.
Like, I'll show you real quick.
We just line this back wall with sneakers.
Like, check these out. This is one of them right here.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice shoe. I understand why you'd want those, but also in today's climate, you're just cruising at that point.
True. But like I said, if I can't do tricks and stuff like that, this is actually the ones he had right here. This color and style.
That's pretty sick. I see, because I'm just a depressed person, so I like all black.
Yeah. Same here.
The pink ones went pretty sick. But also, I can't get behind buying nice shoes because to me, shoes are tools.
Oh, I mean, you think if I bought those that I wouldn't be skating in them? You're nuts.
Oh, I know you would be. Because and then at a certain point, here's the difference between you and me. At a certain point, Kara would be like, "Why did you fuck up your $350 Vans?" And skateboarding is like, because that's what they're for.
True.
That's what they're for. I fucked up $200 army boots on a fucking semi-annual basis.
Dude, you can't tell me those Volcom boots were pretty dope.
I mean, yeah. But I'm not trying to buy combat boots right now.
I know. I'm just saying that. And for the price, they were pretty.
No, it's a solid price.
It was a solid $80.
I told you.
For Volcom, yeah. I mean, that's a skate shoe company.
Yeah.
But usually their stuff was way higher than that.
Yeah, that makes me wonder, what they're made of. Because if the sole was like that Skechers foam shit, I'm gonna be pissed. Because I've worn boots like that, and I don't like that.
No, remember the Interceptors that we used to get at Walmart?
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. Those are good boots, man.
Those are great shitty work boots.
Yeah. You go pick them up for, what, $80 over there?
I mean, probably now. I think I used to get them for $60.
Yeah, or they were like $60 to $80, I think, depending on what style you got.
It was the color that mattered. If you got the all black, it was $80.
They were amazing to work in there in the shop, man. And you know what? I've noticed.
Yeah, they're good for being on your feet all day.
A lot of
because they were licensed work shoes.
Oh yeah, and then they were oil.
I might go pick those up actually.
Oil and slip resistant is what they were. But I've seen a lot of techs at Walmart. You use them. And I was like, man.
Well, to be fair, most of the techs at Walmart, at that Walmart are black. So that's like the cheap 10. So they got a rep.
True.
No, those dudes do good work though. Their customer service is ass. But if you talk to them about cars, they're cool as fuck.
Yeah, they're cool as fuck.
But the moment a normal customer walks up to them, they're just like, swerve.
Yeah, they just want to do their job. They don't want to have to do customer service. And I can't say that I blame them.
No, that's why I got fucked, and they promoted me to manager because I was good with talking to people because my customer service voice is fucking on point.
Man, that's why I'm telling you. I know that you were in the run for that service manager spot for the garage, and then Anthony got it.
They couldn't justify giving it to a 19-year-old.
Well, dude, when like a couple years later, when I worked with Anthony over at Miller Lane, it was terrible, man.
Yeah, he's not a good boss.
No, it wasn't even that, man. He was a tech. He come in there and work as a tech. And, like, they stuck him up at the counter, man, and had him work. And you know what he was doing for, like, days on end? This is why they fired him. Fired him over this shit.
He was refunding people?
No. He brought his laptop in to do his schoolwork while he was working at the front counter at service right. And I was like, what are you doing, man?
It's pretty funny.
And then I
hang on, I'm taking a test.
Well, then I caught a bunch of shit because they're like, well, it was your buddy, you know, you told us to hire him. And I was like, yeah, because he was a great worker, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what happened with him.
It's not my fault you put him in the shittiest job for that position.
Exactly. And then on top of that, he, I don't know, man. But, you know, look at the people we were working with over, and this was at Miller Lane, so I was working with Bill and Brandon there.
Yeah, those fucking frog-faced retards. I cannot describe the amount of joy I felt when I saw him stocking vending machines.
I don't even know what happened to him, man.
So fun. But that's
he used
this is now a work drama podcast. Yeah. We're gonna shit here on Walmart.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking retard.
He used to
sit
call
here
me
and shit on Walmart,
but like I ain't heard from him in probably a year.
Dude, I blocked them when I quit.
Yeah,
you're different than me, where it's like you're smart enough to maintain connections, whereas I'm just like, you fucking disrespect me, I burn you.
I find it as like. It always comes in use in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, there's always use for retards in certain scenarios. And he is a full-blown retard. He is a man-child that drives a truck. It's insane. He should not be in charge of human beings. And I think I really hope he did get hired at the pipe fitters fucking union. Or whatever the fuck, the ironworkers union.
That was the last time I heard of him.
And I genuinely thought he was bullshitting me because he saw that I was going to an actual welding school and he was stocking vending machines, and I was like, hi buddy, what's up, fucker, you fat bitch.
Well, that's what I thought was hilarious, because I remember getting that phone call and then him being like, yeah, I seen your brother today. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, he was kind of an asshole. And I'm like, tell me something that's not new, man.
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't like you. You fucking made his life hell. You disrespected him in front of like 30 people. You're lucky he didn't beat your ass.
The day that you fucking up and left, I remember getting so many phone calls that day. Like, they're like, where the fuck is your brother at? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't work there. Y'all fired me. Like, what?
Get fucked, nerds.
I'm like, karma's a bitch, man.
I royally fucked
them.
Malicious compliance is a fucking
they shouldn't have
laser
pulled the
weapon.
Shit that they did on me. So
no, they shouldn't have. They were Lucy and you were Charlie Brown, and they pulled the goddamn football out from underneath.
Well,
bullshit.
Not only that, I mean, I got hurt at work, and then, I was coerced multiple times of not filing a workers' comp complaint.
Yeah.
Or claim. And then I was told, oh, yeah, we're going to cover this. We're going to cover that. Don't worry about it. If you need any days off, let us know. Or you need to take a day off, that's fine. We'll cover your points. And then they turn around and fucking
fired you for points.
Fired me for the shit they said they were going to take care of.
They couldn't take care of it. And then when you tried to file for FMLA,
yep,
that's when
they fired me.
They fired you, which is super illegal. You might have won the blue collar lottery if it wasn't those two retards that were in charge of it. Because one of them's like an actual cokehead.
Well,
the other one was an alcoholic.
Well, I know that. That being said, I mean, I really should have followed through with it and filed that lawsuit after they fired me for getting the FMLA or applying for it.
You should have found a Jew lawyer A nice, good shark lawyer. You could have probably gone to that Blake Maislin dude that does like workers' comp claims and just be like, hey, they fired me from FMLA. Do you know anybody? And he'd be like, I got the greasiest Jew for you. He is going to take them for everything, but he's going to take half.
But they were...
Deal. In a heartbeat.
I really should have pursued that instead of trying to be nice.
Well, it's also if like you lose, like you're financially ruined.
Yeah.
In a different way than just being born in Ohio.
Well, I meant, not only that, I'm at Walmart gets so many fucking lawsuits when it comes to shit like that.
I know, but they've been fighting back on some of them.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that what's nice about the Walmart where we live is that it's, and I'm hesitant to say this online, is that it's not locked up.
Yeah.
There's not plexiglass containers everywhere for everything except for the over like $300 items in like electronics.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a whole different type of vibe out here.
And that's because the thieves around here are meth heads and they can only run really fast for a short amount of time. So they only have to lock up certain things.
Yep. And yeah, it's a whole different kind of vibe over here. Yeah. It definitely is.
Yeah, it's peaceful and nosy.
Yeah.
Fucking everyone across the street from us sits out on their porch or in their garage all day. So like, which was hilarious when my car decided to explode because they watched
the whole thing unfold.
They watched me push it back into the driveway with my other car, and one of my neighbors came out to be like, you're messing up your bumper. And I was like, I don't give a shit right now. This car's fucking broken. Are you going to help? No? Cool. And then I just kept pushing my car up the driveway. It was like, I kind of felt bad at the moment. Not at the moment. I felt great after yelling at him because I was pissed. But like, I felt bad because I yelled at like a 60-year-old man who was just making his rounds around the neighborhood.
That's
which I didn't know that because from my perspective, he just came out of his house, got his newspaper, walked up to me and said, you're fucking up your bumper. And at that moment was not a good time for me because it was hot.
Yeah.
I had already been working on my car for a hot minute. And it just broke. The drive shaft just sheared off. So it was not a good time for me.
Understandable.
And like, I'm not one who gets like mad and yells when something happens. Typically, I've tried to be pretty good about that.
Hit your limit on that one.
I've hit my limit on that, especially when my nosy ass neighbor who I don't know who lives with him, but they're a hippopotamus, and that bothers me. And I also, one of the windows in their house is like full of boxes and like loose trash and stuff. So that makes me think I live next to hoarders, and I don't like that. So eventually I might see them Gilbert Grape that house next door. Because it's a fucking unit, dude. There's a hippo next door. They hire people to cut the grass, and I thought it was just because it was an old man. No. It's a hippo.
Wow.
Oh, a goddamn. What was the bitch's name? Not Veruca Salt. It was Willy Wonka, the fat bitch, you know. Who was the one that got fat?
Oh,
Violet Beauregard. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is why you got to have a third person. She's the laziest producer in podcasting right now because she's actually our producer. And she does nothing except occasionally answer a question.
Well, I say you're getting, you know what, we're going to have to put her on a good payroll.
Payroll for the no money we make and the flags I constantly get.
We can give you tons of piece of papers that say I owe you on it.
No, she just gets a beautiful house slowly over the course of the next 5 years.
Get her some coupons and be like, okay, she can use them whenever she needs work done around here.
Oh, fucking honeydew coupons? Like a fucking cuck? No! I just beautify my home because I have value. I've literally sank our entire lives into this house now.
It looks good.
I'm working on it, goddamn.
Looks good.
And I'm going to keep working on it. But this is how I am with most things, is I go 110 into it. That's why my car is now ripping the drive shaft because the engine go fast.
Fair enough.
God damn it!
Well, what are we up to, buddy?
No, I'm kidding. Where are we at? Oh, we're at an hour 9. This might be our longest episode.
Yeah, I think it is.
The whole thing is just work drama.
That's okay.
Our last one did all right on the video, but the audio, I think, did the most of all of them, which was 45, and it was the one I named From War Heroes to Wiggers, which was really funny to me. But this one I think will just be called Work Drama.
Sounds good.
Check out. You got it?
Lost Paladin Plays in Scarecrow Gaming.
Yeah. Still no videos for me. Still no videos for you.
Videos for me.
We suck.
It will go into effect once I get it.
Yeah.
So
I'm working.
And I've been discussing.
I've been conquering Europe as Napoleon recently. I haven't been playing any fun games that are fun to watch.
We're gonna do a co-op stream of
probably
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
Yeah, which works for me. I'll get it. I can get it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Plus, I'm kind of curious to see if we can use some mods on it.
Sick. On the Patreon, I will be talking about why Hitler is a decent guy.
That's a hell of a way to end the podcast.
Just the most diabolical plug.
Well, you first here, folks. You really did.
Patreon.com/HoodRat and the Hooligan. I believe. I could be wrong. It'll be linked in the bio. Everything's linked in the bio. Fucking check it out. There's only one video there now, but I will be talking about why Hitler's great. Bye.